Do you want to know how to get a true red royal icing color, like that deeper, more saturated red that I get so many questions about all the time? Lauren, how do I get a really, really good deep red? Well, in this video, I'm going to share my secrets with you and show you exactly how to get it. All right, let's go. Okay, to start off, I want to show you the kind of red that we're going after. So I have some red mixed up right now. I normally use a gel color, so I normally use AmeriColor food gel colors. This is Super Red by AmeriColor, and this is one that I actually mixed up yesterday. So one of the secrets to getting a really good red is it does need some time to sit and develop a little bit. So this one, again, I mixed this up last night, and it sat overnight to get a really deeper red color. But this is what we're going for, okay? So we're looking for a nice saturated red. This is a true red, and it looks really good. So here's what I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go straight from white to red. I've got some secrets also to share with you about how to kind of speed up the process. So maybe you're thinking, I don't want to have to mix up red and do, wait overnight. Like, can I get a really nice true red within an hour or two or something like that? So I'm actually going to show you some tricks to speed up the process so you don't have to wait overnight. But I wanted to show you, like, this is the kind of red that we're going for. All right, so let me grab, I've got some regular white royal icing here, and we're going to go ahead and add some color. Usually I grab my icing just straight out of the bowl. This is straight out of the bowl. This actually has a little bit of water in it just so it can move around a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and add some red. So this is about a cup of royal icing. And one of the mistakes that you might be making is not adding enough gel color. That's typically one of the things that people do is, Lauren, I'm not getting the right red. Well, how much are you adding? Oh, I'm adding a couple drops. Well, the red is not like a lot of other colors. In order to get it really deep and saturated, you have to add, honestly, quite a bit. So this is maybe up to a teaspoon. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start by mixing this in. This is a really good start. This is a really good start, okay? All right, so as you can tell, that's great, but it definitely is not saturated. It's not looking like the one we're going for. So with this icing can handle a little bit more, okay? So we're gonna add just a little bit more gel color. I added maybe another third of a teaspoon. Now, some of you might be thinking, isn't that too much gel color? Is that gonna mess up my icing? Now, you definitely do wanna be careful that you're not adding too much gel color because that can make your icing not set up. Let me tell you the trick that I use for this. We're gonna do the swipe test. So I take a little bit of icing with the color, the color that I mixed up, and I'm just gonna swipe it right on my work surface, nice and thin. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute because I wanna make sure that it dries, okay? So I've added a bunch of gel color to here. I wanna make sure that it's still gonna dry and not have any issues. So I'm gonna do the swipe test. Meanwhile, I am gonna go ahead and cover this with a damp paper towel for a few minutes and see what happens. It does need some development time, even though I'm showing you some ways to get the color faster than having to wait overnight. But you do wanna let it sit for just a minute. And by just a minute, I'm thinking, let's let this sit for 5 minutes and come back to it, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So while we're waiting for our color to develop, I just wanna thank you for watching this video. If you want to amaze your friends and family, make amazing looking cookies, and be the talk of the town, you're in the right place. This is the channel where deliciousness meets joy and fun with cookies. We're all about having fun with cookies here. I'm gonna show you how to make cookies that look super impressive, but are also super easy to do. So can you do me a favor? Like this video, hit the subscribe button to this channel, and make sure that you don't miss an episode. Hit the notification bell too, so you get alerts that when a new episode drops. And of course, share this with your friends and family. I'm sure that they would love it too, and it really does help out as well. So thank you so much again. Now let's get back to our red color. Let's take a peek. and see what's going on here. So it's had a minute or two, right? It's not gonna be as deep color as that other red yet. So something that you can do to speed up the development process, when it has a little bit more moisture in it, that can help speed up the development process. So if you are needing this red to be like a detail consistency, something thicker, then you definitely want to leave it thicker and not add any water to it. But if you're mixing up this red to be either an outline or more of a flood consistency, then go ahead and add just a little bit of water, get it to the consistency that you want, and then let it develop from there. Typically, I recommend that you color your icing before you mess with the consistency, but when we're trying to speed up the process of these colors developing, that extra moisture can really help, it can help that process along. Okay, so I've added a little bit more water. I'm gonna go ahead and get it to a flood consistency. All right, so and one more thing that I'm gonna go ahead and do is, I know that, you know, this might, if this sits for about 30 minutes to an hour, it's gonna develop really nicely. But to speed the process along, I'm gonna go ahead and add just another maybe half teaspoon of color. Okay. And then I can tell the first swipe test that I ran, I'm gonna get down right here, it looks like it's drying no problem. So that's totally fine. The amount of gel color that I had in the icing was working great, but now that I added just a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and run another quick swipe test. And then I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit and dry, or sit and develop. It's just another few minutes, you know, give it up to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna take a look again and see what it looks like. All right, while this other swipe test is drying, I have one more way that I want to show you to get another red color. So I get asked a lot too, well, is there another way besides using just gel food color? And there is. Let me grab it. So you can use, this is Sugar Art Master Elite. These are powdered food colors. And it's another way to get a really nice red. So it does also need some development time, but you know, it's something else that you can try. I've got a little scoop here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start by adding 2 scoops of the powder. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the powder in here. All right, so that's starting to be mixed up. I'm gonna add another scoop here. And then with the powders, they also do need some time to develop for all of the moisture in there to really soak up that powder and that color. So this red rose color is a little bit more of a cool tone. So I mean, you can compare it to this is the AmeriColor gel color. This is a little bit more warm tone. This is a cool tone. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit as well. We'll see how that one develops. All right, let me show you the red. I'm excited because it's been a few minutes, but look at this. So it definitely has developed more. Now, is it the super deep as this? Not quite, but guess what? Let me tell you a few other tips. 1, it's gonna dry darker on the cookie. Number 2, this is the stage where I would actually go ahead and bag it up, because by the time that you bag it up, it's gonna sit for just a minute while you get your cookies out and you get all your other things ready to decorate. By the time it gets on the cookie and dries, it's gonna end up drying this darker shade. So you do not have to have your red this dark in the bowl before you bag it up and start decorating, because you really have to account for the time that it's gonna continue to develop as it is in the bag, and also the time that it's drying on the cookie. So Also, it has dried just fine. The amount of food color gel that I put in here is totally fine. Your icing is gonna dry great. Just make sure you're doing that swipe test. I can't tell you how many times that's helped me out, because I've done that a few times where it hasn't dried and it saved me from ruining a whole batch of cookies. So, all right, so your true red, now you know how to mix it up, how to speed up the development process. Hey, if you've got time and you wanna mix it up a few hours beforehand, let it completely develop, that's totally fine too. But if you're looking for a quicker way to get a really nice true red, have it dry to this nice deep red on your cookie, then this is the way to do it. I hope this helps you. Let me know in the comments what your reds are looking like and if this has helped you, and I will see you in the next video. How about this? Would you love to start making your very own professional looking, super fun decorated cookies in your own home in just the time that it takes you to run some errands or fold some laundry? If you're thinking, yeah, Lolly, I'd love to invite you to join me in Lolly's Cookie Camp. It's a 5-part workshop series and gives you insider secrets to professional cookie decorating. Your cookies are sure to become the talk of the party. They always make the perfect gift for any occasion. And you know, I often say that cookies can change lives. They truly can, and they certainly changed mine. I cannot help but share some of that magic with you. It means so much to me, and I want to share it with you through Cookie Camp. So if you feel like it's time to level up your cookie decorating skills, you're looking for a little bit more fun in your life, it's so easy. Just go to the link in the video description, pop in your details, sign up, let's get decorating together.